Audio themes are configured for specific detecting scenarios, and allow the user to customize how their audio sounds to suit their particular detecting style. Audio theme adjustment is local, only the current search mode is affected by changes to this setting. Choosing an audio theme. Choose the audio theme that best suits your location and detecting intent. While the choice of theme is partly personal preference, it is worthwhile to understand each audio theme and the individual benefits that they bring to specific detecting scenarios. Normal. The normal audio theme is a good choice for everyday detecting. It gives full-sounding audio responses that vary in both pitch and volume. The pitch of audio responses is determined by the target ID as defined by the target tone settings. See the video on tone settings. The volume of audio responses is modulated according to the signal strength or depth of the target, with strong or shallow targets giving louder responses than weak and deep targets. Choose the amount of volume modulation by changing the profile. This theme uses a reference threshold tone that blanks for rejected targets. You can adjust the threshold level, off by default, and threshold pitch. This theme uses a reference threshold tone that blanks for rejected targets. You can adjust the threshold level, which is off by default, and the threshold pitch. The depth audio theme is useful for improved target separation at inland locations that contain high amounts of ferrous trash. The pitch of non-ferrous targets varies continuously according to the signal strength or depth of the target. Weaker non-ferrous signals will have a lower pitch and stronger signals will have a higher pitch. Ferrous targets will have a low pitch response. The ferrous pitch, minimum pitch, non-ferrous, and maximum pitch are adjustable. The amount of volume modulation can be modified using the profile setting. This theme uses a reference threshold tone that blanks for rejected targets. You can adjust the threshold level, off by default, and threshold pitch. The target tone setting is disabled when using the depth audio theme. To enable target tones, change the audio theme to normal or enhanced. The depth theme has additional unique settings that allow you to control the pitch of ferrous tones, and to set the minimum or maximum pitch of conductive tones. The depth pitch settings have a range from 1 to 64. The ferrous pitch cannot be set higher than the minimum pitch. If you cannot adjust the ferrous pitch, the arrows are grayed out and there is an invalid button press tone. You will need to increase the minimum pitch setting. The prospecting theme is useful when maximum sensitivity to weak targets is beneficial, such as for gold prospecting or hunting for fine jewelry at the beach. This theme is best used at low trash sites. The pitch of audio responses varies continuously according to the signal strength, or depth, of the target, and whether it is ferrous. The ferrous tone setting allows the ferrous tones to be turned off. This means that when detecting in all metal, ferrous targets will not give a ferrous tone, and instead will give a regular detection tone. This is a useful feature when searching for gold, because very weak gold targets can be pulled into the ferrous region by nearby ferrous targets or by the ground signal from highly mineralized ground. By turning ferrous tones off, the gold signals will be more clearly audible. This theme uses a true threshold tone that provides maximum sensitivity to weak targets. You can adjust the threshold level, off by default, and threshold pitch. The target tone setting is disabled when using the prospecting audio theme. To enable target tones, change the audio theme to normal or enhanced. Profile. Only available for normal, enhanced, and depth audio themes. The profile setting for an audio theme controls how much the audio signal is modulated for signal strength or target depth. In normal and depth audio themes, the volume of the audio is modulated. Weaker targets have lower volume. In enhanced audio theme, the frequency content of the audio is modulated and weaker targets sound thinner or tinnier. When the profile is set to simple, there is minimal modulation of weak or deep targets. All but the weakest or deepest targets will sound similar to shallow or strong targets. When the profile is set to medium, there is a moderate amount of modulation applied. Medium depth to weakest or deepest targets will sound different to very shallow or strong targets. When the profile is set to rich, there is a large amount of modulation applied. Weakest or deepest targets will sound different to medium depth targets, and both of these will also sound different to very shallow or strong targets. Reference threshold tone. The normal, enhanced, and depth audio themes use a simplified reference threshold tone. It is a simple continuous background tone that blanks when a rejected target is detected. Without a reference threshold, a rejected target detection would be silent, and you would not be made aware of the target's existence. For typical treasure detecting locations, where there is often a large amount of trash in the ground, constant audio blanking may be disruptive. Therefore, using a threshold level setting of 0 or very low is recommended, unless you want to hear audio blanking. Reference threshold blanking. When a rejected ID is detected, the threshold tone blanks become silent to indicate that a rejected target is underneath the coil. If the threshold level is set to 0, you will not hear the blanking of the rejected IDs. The prospecting audio theme uses a more nuanced, true threshold tone which is recommended for gold detecting. A true threshold tone can be adjusted to improve the audibility of faint signals from small gold nuggets. Unlike a reference threshold, the true threshold allows gold nugget signals to be emphasized in typically mineralized or noisy goldfield or ancient site soils. Greater control of the target audio response may be achieved by adjusting the threshold level and volume settings together.